What's up guys, Shane here from Fugatech 3D Printing, and a while ago I bought an airbrush kit and I have yet to use it. So now I'm going to use it to paint the Copper Key from Ready Player One. Welcome back guys. So there is so much going on in my life right now, so many projects and stuff I just haven't got around to using. So I haven't used this airbrush kit that I bought for myself like back around Christmas time. I did a video when I opened it up and I just haven't had the time to sit down and use it yet. Well, recently I got an Anycubic Photon SLA 3D printer and I have just been printing like mad on that thing. So if you're watching me on my Instagram or my Twitter page, you'll see a lot of pictures there from what I've been working on. And recently I printed the Copper Key from Ready Player One. So I also did where I don't know where it is right now. So I did do the Jade Key and that came out a huge success. Really love that. Few little things I need to fix on it, or learned from how to do supports, and I used that and I printed this out. This one was actually printed in Anycubic orange resin, and I actually went ahead and threw just a white base coat on it, but it was actually a lot glossier than I thought, so I don't think the paint's going to stick to it. So I do have some primer here that I'm going to try out on the airbrush, and then in order to get the copper color, I'm going a little bit advanced on my, I never even took this thing out, like everything is still bundled. I'm going to go a little advanced and I'm going to go ahead and use some paint from a rattle can to get the copper color because I don't have that in the starter paints that I got. But before I kind of really dive into that, I went ahead and fashioned up a little stand here. I've got some blank sheets of paper and I'm going to go ahead and learn how to actually use it. So I'm using, this is a master kit on Amazon. I think right now it goes for about $120. It comes with paints, but I bought a bunch of accessories to go with it, like a cleaning pot and whatnot, and that took it up to about $150, $155, somewhere around there. And it does have a double action brush. I'm going to use the one with the larger can thing in the top of it. I don't know the names for all this stuff because I've never used it. So I have to learn. The only way to learn is to do. And with double action, it's air is down, paint is pulled back. So I don't know how well I think this is going to work. I just don't know. So yeah, I don't know how well any of this is going to work at all. I'm just going to set up here, and first we're going to just get everything set up. I'm going to try to use the paint on just this, my little board here, so I can learn how to do dots and lines and see how much pressure and see if I can figure out what to do. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and paint the Copper Key. So let me dive right into it. I guess I should talk, before I do anything, I guess talk about what I have and what I need. Again, I have the master set, which came with 3 brushes and a bunch of other accessories, the tube, the compressor. I did buy this little pot. So this basically, you put your airbrush into it like this, and then you can clean it out or make sure you're getting the proper color out, or clean it just right into this, and then you wash it out. It's glass. This is I think this is a 0.35 millimeter nozzle from what I read in the paperwork. I have some gloves because I don't want to get messy. I've got a dropper to put the paint into the brush. I have the primer. I have thinner and other things in here, but the rattle can spray paint is pretty thin, so everything I read online says you don't need to. You can just put it straight into the airbrush and just use it. So that's what I'm going to do. So, and then in my previous video that you guys watched, I've made this. So this is my fully collapsible paint booth, which is, honestly, it's pretty slick, I'm not gonna lie. I am very proud of this. So I really like it. It came out pretty good. I mean, for the limited resources that I have and the limited experience I have of building something like this, I think it came out well. But we're not gonna use that right yet. We're gonna use that whenever I actually get to the painting the key. For now, I'm just gonna set up a piece of paper on here with a little piece of painter's tape and just kind of, again, learn how to use an airbrush, because I don't want to jump in too fast into doing this, but I really do. It's kind of how I do everything. I kind of just jump full load into it. And yeah, so that gives me a nice little surface here that's held up that I can kind of play with and figure out what to do. All right, so I'm going to use some of the paint that came with the kit just to try out. It says it can be reduced further if you have to. The airbrush is 35 to 40 psi. I have the compressor set to 40 psi. So we're just going to pour some of this in. God, I hope this works. It does look a little bit on the thick side. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of the reducer in. Yeah, a little bit of reducer. Put the lid on and just swish that around in there a little bit. Looks all right. All right, let's try it out. Here's my masterpiece. The one thing I'm not really 100% sure on how to like really get this working is my grip. Like, I don't have huge hands, but I don't have small hands. So I mean, the only way I can figure out to do this is like, I don't know, something like that, or I wish I had like a pistol grip. That would make life so much easier. Golly, I have a newfound like appreciation for airbrushers, because like getting your hand used to this, I mean, I guess it's for any skill, right? Like, I mean, hell, I played trumpet for years and my fingers could do weird things after, you know, just a few months of doing it. But yeah, this is just it's you know, a whole lot of how to like do a whole lot of testing. I just know that, okay, I can do that. And I mean, I really don't need to do anything intricate on the key. I'm literally just coating it with paint. So I don't know, but yeah, so there's my very first attempt at using an airbrush. Pretty bad. It's pretty bad. All right, I'm gonna try one more sheet, play around for a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead, clean this out, and throw in the copper, and then I'm gonna paint the key. Get it done. All right, well, airbrush is cleaned out, for the most part, I think. I'm not really great at it yet, but hey, we'll figure it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some space here on my desk, get out the paint booth, set that up, and I'm gonna try, really not sure. I think it's scuffed up enough for this to hold on to it. I think so. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mix this again real quick and then pour this copper into the airbrush and see how it holds onto this. So I'm actually just gonna end up holding it, probably do half, and see how it turns out. Well, it's supposed to do really light coats. I don't really have anything to hang it or anything like that. I haven't figured that out, that apparatus out in this. So I'm just gonna see how it goes. And but I just want to contain it inside of the box. So I'll set all that up and you guys will see how it goes. All right, so here's where I am so far. And I have to say, oh, it's still a little sticky there. It looks pretty fantastic. I think it looks great. It's got a nice shine to it. So again, I'm using a rattle can, but I can get into all the little nooks and crannies using the airbrush. This isn't done because it's still wet. This is like 2 coats on so far. You can see it's a little missing right down there. The bottom half, I did most of that first, so that came out pretty good. And now I'm just waiting for it all to dry so I can do 2 more coats here up on the top and get it finished up. I couldn't find any string or anything, so I'm just using one of the airbrush cleaning things to do this for now because I have a couple of them. But yeah, I mean, so far the airbrush is turned out to be pretty sweet. So I mean, so far I'm loving this thing. It's pretty cool. It's nice and quiet. I mean, I can hear it obviously, but like my wife can't hear it. None of the kids can hear it upstairs, so I can do that in here. I wasn't factoring in at how much actual mist, haze, everything, because it's rattle can paint, which puts off a lot of odor and a lot of overspray, even though you're doing it in airbrush. The airbrush paint does almost nothing. It's pretty crazy. But this stuff kind of does. So I had to end up turning the cameras off, turned the fan on so it blow outside, had the big fan there blowing everything out the window. Not too great to do that one indoors, but you live and you learn. And I'm probably not going to do that again. But yeah, I mean, I'm liking this thing so far. So I'll post some pictures or a little video here of how the key looks at the very end once I've finished it. I'm probably put a high gloss paint on it after this. I don't know. I don't have any high gloss for the airbrush yet. I'm going to order some of that today, and I'm going to go out and buy some paint thinner because I'm actually not sure if I'm able to get all this paint out with the cleaner that it comes with, just because it's an enamel, I believe. So I need to use actual paint thinner for that. So that's going to be different, but I just want to share my experience the first time using this and my little test that I did. And so far I'm liking it. So hopefully I'll be able to do more of these kind of things later. I'm going to do some other masks I want to print and paint. Maybe I'll use the airbrush for that, and I'll buy some more colors and get more into this and make this a more thing. I do need to add ventilation to that box. I do know that. And I do need to add lighting. So if you have any lighting ideas for that enclosure box, please let me know. Thinking maybe running some LEDs along the top and then just having a cable come down to the back, run it over, like loop them together and have one cable running out, and just use a little power adapter for that. Maybe, I don't know, but please let me know what you guys think for lighting inside of that. And that's what we're going to call it for today. So thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you everyone for using the affiliate links in the video description, because that's how I bought this airbrush kit and all the accessories with it, and the air and the paint and all that stuff. So thank you to you guys for doing that. If you guys want to check out this airbrush kit, I'll put links for it down in the video description. You can give it a try yourself as well. It's a pretty good starter kit from what I was told, and for someone who's never ever done it before, I was doing it within just a few minutes, so it was pretty good. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Either way, talk in the comments down below. Love to hear from you guys. If you want to help me out, do awesome things like this, and be able to buy things and help work in my shop, become a patron. It only takes $1 to join the Patreon squad. You get access to my after show, and the Patreon feed and the after show, which I do after most of my videos. Otherwise, you can help out one-time donations, or again, the affiliate links and coupon codes that you find down there. Please use those. It really does help me out, and I like to show that it really helps me out. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, happy printing.